perfect, I admit it, I'm guilty, but understand.
Scholarship.
Me.
We not only want it to inspire you and have your best and the people you depend on, your employees' best, that run these businesses, but we want it to inspire your customers, and we want it to inspire your fans, and we can. When you're sitting here on the equivalent of Easter Sunday, and you're going to have as many as 12 to 15,000, and don't let me exaggerate this, Charlotte, but you're going to have as many as 12 to 15,000 have Easter service Saturday night in our event center, and have the Reverend Tony Romo doing the saving, then you can see what we're talking about having interest here at the Star and see how it helps things work around what you're doing and what I'm doing. We're standing here in front of a beautiful piece of art. And I wish that I had all afternoon. I'd tell you what all has gone into having this piece of art sculptured by a great artist. The inspiration behind it, the work on it, were my wife Jean and Charlotte. And they also are the ones that have done the same art concept at the stadium. And you know that when you're watching a game, you hear Al Michaels, you hear Chris Collinsworth, and right in the middle of the game, right between plays, they'll talk about the art at the stadium. The goal of what the Cowboys are about here is to have the Al Michaels and the Chris Collinsworth make it confusing when they're talking in front of 30 million people. Not the 15,000 that are here at the Star, but when they're talking to 30 million people and flashing pictures up there of the Star, flashing pictures of the huddle, flashing pictures of me, Casina, flashing pictures of Lincoln out here and what's going on at the Star, we want those 30 million people to be confused. Are they looking at the stadium? They're looking at the Star? They're looking at Frisco? All I know is it's good. I know it's good. That's called deliberate planned confusion. And that's what we want. And that's the intention of this. We don't want there to be, and not only in temperament and feeling, but we don't want there to be any difference. When you're walking on that plaza, walking in the Lincolns, walking in any of these businesses, we don't want there to be any difference than if they were walking in for a Super Bowl game at the stadium. We want it all to have a thrill to it that's beyond what you normally would have. We can take the affinity and the interest of the team. We can take the affinity of this sport. We can take the visibility. We can do like we did out here when we had our cheerleaders performing during Christmas. The example I just gave at Easter, we can take that and we can make downtime in retail big time, because it will be around those kinds of events and have that affinity. We're going to get ours when everybody else is getting it during the week. We will get ours here as retailers. We'll get that. But this downtime is called the weekends, and that's when we're going to really excel. So I can't tell you how proud I am to be on the team with you. I can't tell you how much that Stephen, Charlotte, Jerry, Jean, and I understand that we're not having a good day unless Mick Casino has sold some margaritas. All right? And so that is the point, and that's what this is all about. It doesn't just start with your name on that lease. That's just the beginning. That's like us building the building. That's just the beginning. Now comes the getting people enthused and making it a way of life to be here at the Star. That's a lot more than you bargained for, Brad. I do want, am I inviting Gene up or are you? Okay, let me do it.
I believe it's your microphone.
Oh, let me do it.
Whatever you want to do.
Boy, do I need the points at home. I haven't gotten to sleep in the house in a long time. Gene, please step up here with me and let's just present the huddle. And I would like for you to share with us a little bit about the artist and the background, if you will. When I first came to Dallas, we had made a change, and Coach Tom Landry, now many of you actually are not old enough to totally remember the scene. But Coach Landry was the only coach in 29 years the Cowboys had ever had. And boy, did I get worn out over that change. And it was rough sledding. As a matter of fact, I had to have security on my airplane. I'm serious. Woe is me. That's the smallest violin in the world. I'm sure we're all in sympathy with that one right there. But having said that, I had serious people advise me, Jerry, you want to help your cause out? When you show up in public, put that good-looking wife with you and just have her with you every place you go, and you'll get some goodwill. But, Gene, seriously, will you please, and I say this with all the respect I can mean, share with us how special this huddle is as a piece of art, please.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry, and thank you, everyone from Frisco and that are here today at the Star, and I just appreciate everyone's involvement in our project here and for being great fans of the Dallas Cowboys and now a great fan of this development. And it's been a real exciting time for me to think that we could enjoy some really fabulous art while everyone is out here having great lunches and great dinners and shopping and watching the Cowboys practice. We'll step up, and I've seen a lot of young children out here with the huddle, and they're down on the ground looking up, taking pictures, taking selfies, doing what young people do today. And it's just so exciting to think that we can get people excited about art as well as our Dallas Cowboys and all the great restaurants in this area. But we found a great artist about 2 years ago named Tom Friedman, and he's a young artist, but he's a very successful artist and very well thought of, and he's shown in a lot of museums, so he's a world-class artist. And Charlotte and I were at an art fair in Miami, and we were looking for something for the huddle. For the Star, we wanted something that would be a mark for where you're coming about the Cowboys, as well as just a great high-class development. And we found this little area, this gallery, that had a small little huddle that was sitting on a little coffee table. And they said, well, you can make this huddle in any size. And so we were inspired, and we got into questions about, well, is it 7 guys, 9 guys, 11 guys? How many guys are going to be in the huddle? And we thought, we want this to be like a bunch of kids playing in the yard and saying, let's all go out and let's play football and let's gather. And it's not about the numbers. It's about the fun that kids have and playing football and just growing up. So I wasn't planning to do this today, and Jerry surprised me, so I don't really have a lot of information that you might like to hear, but we are excited that you're enjoying our art out here. Thank you.
Well, I will say this while she's standing here, for especially some of the guys that run with me. If you get too many margaritas or if you get too many scotches in over here at D's, what you want to be sure and do is miss this damn huddle on your way out. Don't run over this thing right here. You'll have the hunt for Red October trying to find you here, standing beside me right here. So, but great to have you here. We are certainly proud that we're on the team with you. Thank you very much, Brad.
Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. Deliberate, planned confusion. We have all now been taken behind the curtain. While Charlotte calls Tony and arranges for him to lead the service Saturday night, would everyone else who's involved in the ribbon cutting please step forward? You folks can go right down there. Presume that you know who you are. If you're involved in the ribbon cutting, everyone's going to be given a big pair of shears, which is then going to be taken back from you. Those of you who are shooting, if you'd like, you can come right down front if you want pictures of this ribbon cutting. And as soon as they're all in a comfortable position and I am out of the picture, we'll give you a count. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Everybody ready? Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, cut it. Everybody look up. Everybody in the cutting line, please look right up at the cameras. Ribbon cutters, just look forward for a second at the cameras. Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend has begun. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget the Pat Green concert tonight at 7:30. If you'd like more information on all of the grand opening festivities happening this weekend, you can visit www.thestarinfrisco.com/entertainment district. And those of you who would like to visit with the mayor or the Jones family media, if you would go right over to the Lincoln Experience Center, that's where the interviews will happen. The Lincoln Experience Center media for interviews with the mayor and the Jones family. Thank you all so much for being here to celebrate this exciting day at the Star in Frisco.
Not exactly. I'll tell y'all how this shit went down for real, dog.
I'm a man, I ain't perfect, I admit it, I'm guilty for